Repair Clinic makes fixing things easy, with millions of replacement parts available on our website and the help you need to do the repair yourself. Since we encourage you to perform this procedure safely, a warning icon will appear when you should use caution. Most range repairs require some disassembly of the appliance. Before you attempt this, unplug the power cord and shut off the gas supply if you intend to detach any burner or gas valves. To access the oven burner tube and igniter, open the oven door and remove the racks. Lift the lower access panel up from the rear and slide it back to remove. You can now unthread the mounting screw securing the burner tube. To detach the tube from the igniter, use a 5/16" socket or nut driver to unthread the igniter mounting screws. Replace or reinstall the burner tube by first aligning the igniter and securing it with the screws. Position the new burner tube and replace the mounting screw to secure. Replace the lower access panel by inserting the front edge under the oven door frame, then push the rear of the panel into place. Reinstall the oven racks. If you need to replace the oven control board, use a Phillips head screwdriver to unthread the screws securing the upper rear access panel. Lift the panel up and out to remove. Note the orientation of the wire harness connectors, then disconnect them from the control board. Set the insulation aside and unthread the control board mounting screws. With the screws unthreaded, pull the board away from the control panel. Install the new control board by aligning it on the control panel. Then replace the mounting screws to secure. Connect the wire harness connectors. Replace the insulation. Reinstall the access panel by inserting the tabs into the slots. Thread and tighten the screws to secure. To access components under the cooktop, carefully lift off the burner grates and remove all of the burner caps. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, unthread the screws securing the burner heads. Disconnect all of the spark wires from the surface igniters attached to the heads. Now insert a putty knife under the main top to release the retaining clips. Detach the main top and use a 1/4" wrench to unthread the screw to release the grounding wire. Set the main top aside and you can access the orifice holder assemblies and the burner valves. To replace a burner valve, first remove all of the burner control knobs. Unthread the mounting screws securing the burner valves to the front manifold panel. Open the oven door and remove the screws securing the bottom of the manifold panel. Now remove the screws on top. Set the front manifold panel aside. Next, unthread the screws to release the support bracket. Detach the appropriate spark switch. Use a 1/2-inch wrench to unthread the nut securing the gas tube to the appropriate burner valve. Now unthread the screws securing the mounting clamp and remove the old valve. Before you install a new burner valve, confirm that the gasket is intact. Align the new valve on the manifold. Position the mounting clamp. Then thread and tighten the screw. Attach the gas tube to the valve, then thread and tighten the nut. Snap the spark switch onto the new valve. Reposition the support bracket and secure it with the screws. Reposition the front manifold panel. Replace the mounting screws on top. Secure the 2 mounting screws on the bottom as well. Align the manifold in the panel and replace the screws to secure the burner valves. Replace the burner control knobs. Before you reinstall the main top, we recommend inserting the spark wires in the orifice holders to secure them. Now set the main top on the frame and secure the grounding wire with the screw. Reposition the right side of the main top first by hooking the rear edge on the mounting tab so the top is seated under the vent. Now position the rear edge on the left mounting tab. Making sure the orifice holders protrude through the holes in the main top, snap the front edge into place. When replacing the burner heads, first connect the spark wires to the surface igniters. Align the heads and rethread the screws to secure. Replace the burner caps and reposition the grates. To access components inside the oven door, open the door and lift up the hinge locks. Detach the door and set it on a towel or blanket. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to unthread the screws, securing the upper door trim. Fully detach the trim, and you can remove the inner door glass. To remove the door handle, use a 1/4-inch socket or nut driver to unthread the screws securing the handle. Detach the handle. If you need to replace the outer door glass assembly, unthread the screws securing the side rails as well as the lower trim. With the screws unthreaded, you can separate the side rail assembly from the old outer door glass assembly. Align the side rail assembly on the new outer door glass assembly. Thread and tighten the screws to secure the side rails along with the lower trim. Align the door handle, then thread and tighten the screws to secure. Be careful not to damage the glass by over-tightening. Replace the inner door glass by inserting the bottom edge between the mounting tabs and the lip of the lower trim. Reposition the upper trim and replace the screws to secure. Reinstall the oven door by hooking the hinges onto the frame. Then push the hinge locks down. With the reassembly complete, turn the gas supply back on, if applicable. Plug the power cord back in, and your range should be ready for use. At Repair Clinic, we make fixing things easy. Thank you for supporting the production of these videos by purchasing your parts from our website.